What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, we'll see how this new microphone works out. I just finished watching the State of Play. I fell asleep. I'm gonna be real. I fell asleep for real. No, I'm not joking. I fell asleep. I nodded off during I think it was the Marvel Tokabogoka, whatever it's called, the Marvel fighting game. It looks cool. Sony is done. Sony is so cooked. One thing is, okay, I know they're a Japanese company. I know the company that's making it, the studio that's making it, Japanese. Could they not? I mean, doesn't the studio to make Marvel Rivals, aren't they a Japanese company too? Listen, the point is, or they're Chinese. Point is, why wasn't it in English for us at least? Like, if how about this? I mean, I know Sony's broke and they probably can't do all these highfalutin translations and such, but how about you translate the Western? Because you got England, you got most of Europe, you got, North America, South America, Canada. But no, you just, I mean, whatever. It's a small detail that doesn't matter. And there'll probably be English dubs on it, which is fine. But was that the best thing? Baby Steps came back. Yo, Sony is so done. This is why they went first. Remember, if y'all don't remember, I'm gonna remind you. Sony always went, well, at one point they switched the schedules or whatever. So Microsoft went in the morning, I think it was Sunday morning, and then Sony went Sunday, Monday, right? So Sony always had time to prepare, adjust, to counter what Microsoft did. Which is, I mean, they did that a couple of times. But honestly, these things are put together and it's very difficult to switch stuff. So now that Sony can't really do that, well, A, they can't do it because they don't have money. B, they can't do it because they don't have a show anymore. They just have these goofy State of Plays, which I would say this one was better than the last one or the one before the last one, because the last one was just it was just a commercial for, I forgot what game it was, some game there that's a multi-platform game that's coming out for everything. And once again, Sony think they slick. Sony doesn't put the fact that it's multi-plat on there. They did PS5 and PC. I was like, okay, it's probably gonna be on Xbox too as well. So, but they don't want to put that. They don't want to put the words Xbox on their stuff ever. Even when, I don't know if the Xbox logo shows up when you play Minecraft. I think it might. I think that is under Xbox Game Studios. Anyway, that show was mid at best. A lot of games didn't care about. I mean, most of the games. Neo 3, I didn't care about Neo 1 or 2. So there you go. Ghost of Yotei, they didn't show nothing. They showed some cinematic. You coming with me, doggy? And the doggy showed some dog teeth. I'm like, this is what y'all. And at the first, I guess, 10 minutes, I thought they were going to be like, oh, they're going to try to copy what Xbox does? Because if you notice, Xbox doesn't have anyone talking on it. Except, I think Phil, like, towards the end, he might say, oh, but there, thanks and stuff. Look at my t-shirt. But other than that, there's no, like, interstitials. There's no, like, show the game and then somebody talks for 2 minutes and then they show They don't do that on Xbox. They just show the game. Game. Banger. You ain't got time to breathe. It's so nice. But this, they had a game. I think they did a couple of games. I was like, are they gonna? And then no. Then Sid Schumann and whatever face came on. Then some other people came on talking whatever language they were talking. Probably I don't know. I don't know what dialect they were talking. But anyway, they were talking, and I was like, I don't feel like reading. Plus, I'm on my phone, so it's little words. I can't read them. It's so hard. Anyway, I'm trying to. What was they had Pragmata, I swore that was gonna be Concord too. Yo, how it showed, like they said the Delphi. I was like, wait, isn't that the thing that they stole from? It's a little bit different. I think it's that DeFi. Anyway, I was like, and then I saw the game. I was like, okay, it looks. It's like a Souls-like, but you got a little girl, robot girl on you. She's shooting. I'm like, okay. There was like not one game on there. Speaking as a casual outside of the PlayStation ecosystem, nothing in that presentation grabbed me and said, yo, you got to go get PlayStation or whatever and to play this game. Nothing. And they're lucky that I'm not a Marvel head, because maybe the Marvel game would have done it, but then I'm like, oh, it's on PC. It's just playing on the PC. That was, like I said, that was mid. And that's mid at best. And a lot of it, if you pay attention to it, right, it's definite. Like, Japan has taken over PlayStation. I don't know if y'all realize that. Look at the games that are coming out. What part of that was English? That was the Sid Schumann show. That part, and whoever that was the lady was. And they had a bunch of little indie games or whatever slapped in there. And they were like, blah, 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 okay, we're going to go, but now we did the rest of the show. I'm like, okay. I guess they had to say some English in there because it was not enough English. They had an English quota. I don't know what it was. But it's not, no. I'm sure Sean and Dirt, they're going to go through it game by game by game. But that was not, no. I was going to originally do a Witcher 4 video. I'm going to do that probably tomorrow. Or later today. But I had to wait, and I had to watch this thing, and this is my fresh from the freaking show raw reactions, and it's not no. And we're like, I'm trying to think. Ghost of Yotei was first party. What else? There's a bunch of indie games, and there was a Sea of Thieves knockoff. It's so many. Okay. The problem with what Sony's doing right now is that they groomed their audience to expect a certain level of quality with their games. And now, if their games are looking at less, high fidelity, less, AAA, and now they're looking a little cartoony, if you will. The art style's a little, that's not what I'm expecting. That's not The Last of Us 2, no. They can't do that. You can't do that because you've already indoctrinated your audience, and they don't want to see what you're putting out. They don't want to see what you're putting out because it ain't that's not what you train them to expect. And so now they're looking at all this goofy Sea of Thieves knockoff. What's it called? Sea of something. I can't remember what it was. I was like, really? Okay, sure. It's so, oh my gosh. Look, I have no doubt that the Xbox showcase coming up in 4 days or something like that, it's gonna destroy what we just watched. It's gonna smack it up, smack it down, smack it through the internet. Y'all are gonna forget everything that they just showed you on this state of play, and because Xbox is going to have more games. They're going to be all like first party. There'll probably be some third parties in there. But, dude, I cannot remember all the games. There was a lot of games. But a lot of them are forgettable. That's the problem. A lot of them is like, oh, this is another samurai game. Oh, they got a Ninja Gaiden. Oh, but it's not Ninja Gaiden 4. It's Ninja Gaiden side scroller. I'm surprised they didn't show the God of War side scroller. That's hilarious. When they start showing that, I'm gonna definitely do a video on that. That's ridiculous. If they would have put that in there, man, that'd have been not great. They can't do that. That has to be a free game. They can't. Anyway, that was a rumor. I think it came out today or whatever. But yeah, I can't. Okay, this is gonna be a short one because it's just funny, and I have to do a video on The Witcher 4 and those. Oh my gosh, that's such a oof. But anyway, let me know what you think, in the comments below about the state of play. Baby feet, baby steps, baby feet. Baby steps is back, baby. Yeah, it's gonna be game of the year right there. I didn't see any game of the year contenders in that showcase, and a lot of those games are cross-platform, so also on Xbox, but they don't say that. See, and that's the one thing I have a problem with PlayStation. They act like Xbox doesn't exist. Meanwhile, Xbox is eating their lunch. So, I mean, they could pretend it's like when you meet people like how Sony is acting, you're like, I don't even like. I mean, you know, you don't like a person like that, but you're like, you don't even want to be in the same room with that person. Sony's giving off that not so great vibe. Whatever. But anyway, I appreciate y'all coming out and showing that. Hopefully the microphone's better. We'll see. I'm test running it. It's the first time I'm using it. So once again, I appreciate checking out another one to the week.